Once upon a time, a king who was a great personality. He was an expert in various fields. On one hand, he was a warrior and an artisan. On the other hand, he was an inventor, an artist, and a general. Being an armorer, he had a great interest in arms. One day he took his minister to the armory and was discussing about the various kinds of arms. He gave a lecture on spears, the small blade, and the shield. At last he picked up a sword and said,
"This, according to me, is the best weapon to fight with your enemy face to face. If something happens unexpectedly, I will carry this to defend myself. What do you think?"
The minister hesitated for a moment and said,
"But your Majesty, when danger comes, we are never prepared. Then we have to defend ourselves with whatever is easily available to us."
The king said,
"But Birbal, you don't get my point. A king always carries his weapon of defense. So even if an unexpected thing happens, he is always ready."
The minister accepted this statement for the time being. As they were coming out of the armory, the minister asked the king to take the path that goes through a quiet garden filled with mango trees. The road was not much used, so the shrubs almost covered the path. Suddenly a dog arrived and attacked them. The king dropped his sword. The minister then picked up a stone and threw it towards the dog. It backed off quickly. The minister picked up the sword and gave it to the king and said,
"Your Majesty, it is not the sword that saved us from the ferocious dog, but the stone that I picked up from the ground."
The king realized that the minister's point was true. In the time of sudden danger, one cannot wait for his weapon of choice, but has to select from what is easily available.